Can you tell us a bit about your experience of the last year and what you found most challenging and enjoyable about completing your rock and pop grade?
Well, it's certainly been a strange one for me. I passed my grade one exam with about a week to go before the whole country went in lockdown due to COVID. And as soon as I completed that exam, I went straight onto my grade two because I wanted to get things down and ready so that I don't have to wait any longer. But obviously with the comings of lockdown, I had to move from face-to-face lessons with my drum teacher to FaceTime, which I found very different and challenging in a way due to the fact that I wasn't able to have the technique shown to me in person. I had to have it shown over FaceTime, which was hard, and I really missed the face-to-face things. Another really big difference that I had was going off from an acoustic kit, which I would be doing my lessons on in face-to-face, to my electric kit that I have at home, and not being able to use the school kit, obviously being off of school. But I enjoyed the challenges of grade two because it brought new techniques to my drumming and made me be able to do things that I've never been able to do before, and make me just a more processed and technical drummer. And obviously with the meanings of no school, I didn't have to worry about time and practice and everything like that.
Fantastic, thank you. And then I suppose the second question would be, what are you currently doing with the drums and stuff, or what projects are you working on?
Well, I've recently taken my grade two exam online, which was very different. Obviously, it's over a screen and I'm on my electric kit, which made it hard because my electric kit doesn't have rim click, all of that. And I've agreed with my teacher that instead of starting on grade three, we're going to hop straight to grade four, because not him, but also my parents and grandparents think I'm ready for that step up. I'm working towards a charity event, actually. So my parents, they run a charity who support people who have lost babies due to stillbirth, and they have this event going on. It's called a dinner dance and golf day in October this year, and I've started practicing a special song called She's a Star by James to play alongside the band in front of 300 people at the event, just in memory of my sister who passed away when she was little. For that, I'm nervous and excited at the same time, because obviously 300 people is a lot of people, and obviously to play with a band that I've never played with before is going to be quite hard to rehearse, especially now that we're coming out of lockdown and everything. I can kind of nail down on that practice and start getting ready to do that big event.
Yeah, wow, that's a really impressive thing to do straight out of lockdown as well, to go into that kind of size event. That's really impressive. How do you feel about going from the electric back to the real thing again?
Well, it's going to be different, to say the least, because obviously over the past year I've used an electric kit and I haven't used an acoustic kit for over a year now. So it's going to be very different, but I think slowly I'll ease into it. So I'll still use my electric kit at home, obviously, but going back to face and practicing with an acoustic in school and places like that, it's going to be not easy, but not hard at the same time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. As long as you're rising to the challenge, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Another question, I suppose, what does it mean for you to be selected for TrinityTalent and recognised for, the youth choice of rock and pop?
Well, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who voted for me and selected me to be recognised by such a big company like you guys. It's an honour, and to be selected by my group of peers and people who are like me, who play drums, who are my age, and obviously have just had to go through the same experience of lockdown and all of that. I'm really proud of my efforts and progress that I've made over the past 2 years of playing drums, and I'd like to thank everyone who's supported me throughout COVID and everything, and the people who voted for me, obviously. So it's a pretty big thing for me, yeah.
Well, that's great to hear. And we look forward to more from you. Just before we go, one last question. What would, ideally, you can go as far as you like, do whatever you want. What would you like to do with the drums? What's your dream?
Well, initially drums wasn't my dream. I've always wanted to go into aviation and be a pilot and all of that. But I guess drums is there for me. If my plan doesn't work out, then I'd be sort of like, I used to be in a band. I've been in a couple of bands actually. No, not all of them have worked out the best, shall we say. But if my aviation plan never worked out, then it would be performing with like a famous singer on a live stage and in front of loads of people, and just in a band with a professional singer would be absolutely great.